care who it is. This is a brotherhood. And if we stand strong together, we can't be denied. If one of us goes down, we have another, and another, and another that's ready to fight. So let's hit this field and bang them, bang them, bang them. Somebody, light me up.
It's time to huddle up. It's the Turf District Podcast. Welcome back to the Turf District, where we huddle up to talk all things Edmonton Elks and the CFL. Thank you for joining us, whether you're joining us live on YouTube or Facebook or Twitch, or possibly you've downloaded the podcast, or maybe you're listening to us on Edmonton Sports Talk Radio. Any way that you have listened or joined in, thank you very much for taking the time to be with us as we have a bit of a spepisode, as we don't usually go weekly, but this guest was totally worth it before we get to the season. And the countdown, of course, is on to training camp. So we're very excited to get to talk to some of these guys before the training camp gets fired up. I will mention right now, no matter how you're watching us, if you're on with us live, make sure that you add your comments and or questions into the chat, and we'll pose some of those to our guest, but also to some of us, and have a little bit of fun with it. So first, let's bring in the fun gang, starting with super fan.
Oh, is that the new
Mike? Super fan. Oh,
let's go with it.
I love it. Yeah, it's perfect. How are you, super fan?
Excellent. Yeah, it's it's just seems like it was yesterday we did our last episode, and we're back in weekly.
We're weekly all the time. Yeah,
I know. Can't wait. I mean, training camp's here.
That's true. Yes. A mere 19 days away.
Oh, but who's counting?
Me.
All right.
Okay, good. Did you want to show off your little fun thing that you got right at the beginning here?
Sure. Obviously, lots of different collectibles behind me. One of the things I wanted to show off is obviously we have a very special preseason game coming up.
We sure do.
And that is at Clark Stadium, and I just figured I'd start. There is a ticket stub from the very last game that was played at Clark Stadium. That was August 23rd, 1978. This was our season tickets that our family had in 1978. So that was kind of special. And just to make it more fun, there's what the new ones are going to look like. So there are our tickets. We're going to be on the east side this time in section 104. Apparently those are the seats with the backs on the east side. So, I'm old, so I need a little more support. So we'll take it. But I'm absolutely pumped. I cannot wait. We will be cheering pretty loud, and I expect it to be sold out and loud.
Yes. Big crowd at Clark for a preseason game.
Yep.
Tell you, it's going to be amazing. It's going to be amazing. All right, let's bring in. Thank you, Mike. I'm so glad you had the two ends of tickets. That's very cool.
Sure.
Let's bring in the rest of the gang. There she is, one Commissioner Kayla. How are you, Commish?
Hello, I'm good. How are you guys?
Doing well.
Good.
I know it's only been a week, but I don't know. I feel like I haven't chatted with you quite nearly enough in this off season.
Well, it is my off season. I don't chat as much to anybody, so I can understand why you would feel that way.
Okay, good. I'm not alone then, is what you're saying.
No.
Oh, okay, good. Okay. All right. And also joining us is Linda. There you are. How are you, Linda?
Oh, I'm really well, thanks.
Good. Really well. That's exciting.
I like that football in the background.
Yes.
I know. Is that a new addition, that football back there?
No, but my top tiered shelf of all the cool memorabilia isn't visible from this camera angle, so I just whipped one down.
Nice.
As one does,
Right.
Yeah. I mean, Mike has a couple to whip. Wait, I don't want to say it that way. He has a couple that he could bring to a different spot in the room if need be. Right? Yeah. Just to be prepared. All right. Well, we have a very special guest with us this week. It's coming into his third year with the double E and in the CFL. Number 13 in your defensive backfield. There he is. Oh, there you go. I was going to say, you have it on your phone too.
Yeah, I'm gonna go on my phone.
Okay, sure. That sounds good. Here, we'll switch that
We're
around.
having the same issues as.
There it is.
There we go. Okay. Which one are we doing? Okay, this one? That one.
Okay.
We're good.
Can you hear
Either
me?
way. We can hear you. You tell me
Okay.
where you want to go and we'll make it happen. We're good.
Okay, we can go here. I can just listen on my phone.
Oh, okay. Awesome. Okay. Oh, that's weird. The sound died on your computer?
Yeah, so I'm listening to it on my phone, but I'm viewing you guys on my computer.
That's weird. It happened to Mark last week too, where it went all of a sudden he couldn't hear us for some reason. I don't know why that. I'm gonna have to leave everybody on the screen to see how that works. Anyway, Kordell, thank you for joining us.
Great.
So glad you're here. How has the offseason been for you?
The off season's very cold to start.
You spent more time
most
up
of my
here,
time
didn't you?
here. I think I went home for like 2 or 3 months, but when I got back up here, a lot of snow, a lot of indoor work instead of outdoor work. But the off season's been really good. I love Edmonton, even in the snow. A lot of great people. Got some good work with Danielle. Got to see the coaches, do some extra time with them, watch a little extra film. So it's been a good offseason.
That's fantastic. Every time we have players or coaches on the show, we always like to ask about your history with the sport. So who introduced you to football and when did you start playing?
I started playing football when I was 3 years old. I would say my mom introduced me just because I had an older brother and cousins who played. And I used to just go to the park even when I was too young. So even when I was like 1 year old, 2 years old, I'm in their practices. They kicking me out of practice, telling me get out the way, all those type things. But my mom definitely was the one who introduced me. She has the same love of the game as me. She knows just as much as I do. She's very invested. So I think that's what I would give all the credit to who introduced me.
That is a solid mother right there. I am a little jealous. Okay, I want to know, obviously, in your grown years, if you've played any other position other than defensive back. But at 3 years old, tell us what position you started in.
So at 3 years old, it was actually 4 when you could start playing. So at 3 years old, I was really on the bench, more practice player, just running laps. They just put me on the team because they seen that I wasn't going to get out the way. So it was just like, okay, we'll put you on the team, just run some laps, But when I very first started playing, I started playing running back and corner. I was always a defensive back. It was crazy because, I'm still the smallest guy on the field now. So even back then, I was the smallest guy. I used to have double pads, double knee pads. I had a whole lot of grip, But, I started playing corner. And in my adult years, I would go, I'm going to say mid-adult. So I'm going to go in high school. That was the most positions I played. I played receiver as well. And I also was the backup quarterback on my high school team.
Holy cow.
That's neat. In your history, we know you played for the IFL, but a lot of us don't have much information about that. What was that like for you?
I think that was some of the most fun football I've ever had. Like, just get me back into the love of game. That was in 2023. Because 2022, I actually took a year off and I was a defensive coordinator at high school. But the IFL is it's really the CFL, but it's really condensed. So it's about a 50-yard field. Sideline to sideline is probably about 15 yards to cross the other sideline. But it's a high-impact game, very explosive game. A lot of points are getting put up, high speed, a lot of excitement. And, it's really getting bigger and bigger the more years they have. And it's really another avenue for people who can't get into the CFL or can't get into the UNFL or the NFL. They go and play indoor. And then because the game translates so well for the CFL, that's why I was able to get the opportunity when I seen, because they have high motions, all these type of things. So.
Oh man, that's awesome. Now, in 2024, you come up to Canada. Did you know anything about the CFL before you got here?
I knew a little bit about it. I knew most of it just because we talked before. Tiny Swerve, we call him Tiny at the Austin P, but you guys know him as Swerve. Kyron Moore. I played a year with him at Austin P, so I always stayed in touch and to him because he's from Alabama as well, so he's literally down the street. But he's the guy I really introduced me to the CFL, and it was another avenue. I just wanted to play football, and when I seen him out there and how many fans it was, I just got invested at that point. But I still never knew about Edmonton until 2024. I had to look that up.
Fair enough.
Okay, so you came to Edmonton, your first time in Canada, I'm guessing. Did you have any sort of culture shock moments? And if so, why was it Luke Burton Cron?
I think the culture shock moment is because when we first got here, we stayed at it starts with the L. It's one of those very older type of hotels. It's downtown.
Like the Chateau Lacombe?
Yep, the Lacombe, Chateau Lacombe. And the culture shock was just how many people was outside of the Chateau Lacombe that wasn't residents. And I think that was the culture shock for me.
Oh man. So you've already kind of talked about how the IFL was a little bit of a good transition into the CFL. But what was the biggest adjustment for you coming from the States up to the CFL?
I'm going to go with most of everybody else say. First of all, the 12th man on the field. That makes a big difference in scheme, makes a big difference in your thought process. And then I go with the size of the field just because in indoor, I did see the high motion, so I was more comfortable with that. But somebody can run it out and be running for a long, long time. Or in the back of the end zone, usually in the States, if it's the back of the end zone is your friend. And, I got here and it was about 20, 30 extra yards I had to cover. So it's really still the open field. I think those two were the biggest culture shocks for me in CFL.
So then this may be a controversial answer, so tread carefully. Are you excited for the shorten of the field then?
Well, I'm gonna go with the political answer. I'm excited to play football.
Okay.
I think football always gonna be the same no matter the rules. But I'm more excited because I believe it helps me. I'm a defensive back, so I'm always with the shortening of the field. That's good with me. I am a little upset about the back of the end zone, moving the field goal to the back of the end zone, just because I did love the Rouge. I love, if they miss a field goal, making them pay for it by bringing it out. I think all that was just excitement of the game, but it's all about evolving and trying to figure out the best way to get the fans involved, the best way to elevate the game. So, they're in a position of criticism. Everybody's going to criticize any things you do. So it is what it is.
Well
Thank
done.
you. Thank you for understanding that.
Mm-hmm.
When you came up, did you have someone on the team that could teach you about the game and about life up here?
Yep, Swerve was the first one just because I played with him, so I had that relationship. But also another two people, Gino Lewis, actually, because him and Swerve were so tight, it kind of forced me to be tight with them. And they have a lot of knowledge as far as the game. Gino playing 10 plus years, 1,000 yards. So he's giving me kind of the ins and out of like what he's thinking at receiver, just about the game in general, coaches, different players who are always known or different players to look up to or different players to watch in my position. So I think Swerve and Gino, then on the defensive side, you had Niles, you had Luches, really Shives, Coach Klun, because, they've been around the game for a long time. So it was a bunch of different people who came in and just really helped me out. And I can always say I appreciate that for sure.
Awesome. Sorry, I'm trying to pay attention to three different things and got lost for a second there. So you got into 16 games in your first season. 4 interceptions, 2 forced fumbles, 51 defensive tackles. Is there something that kind of stands out to you as the I've arrived in this league moment or knew that you would fit in here?
I would never say I arrived because there's always work to do. But the moment I knew I could play in the league was just my first game. My first game, I was at free safety, and Luces had literally went down the day before, and I was playing field half the entire camp and everything. So, but I'm the type of person who, because I'm so small, I like to be versatile and be able to know every position on the field. So when Luches went down, Shaz came up and was like, you know, free. I said, yeah. He said, you think you could play the first game? I said, yeah. He said, all right, I believe in you. And that's just how it went. And just during that game, just being able to vocalize and get everybody lined up and still do my job at a high level, it was just a reassurance thing more than anything. Just, you are in the right place. You can play at any level and you can play with the best. And that's just what it was.
I want to jump in with one other one. At the beginning of last year, you were actually playing Sam linebacker, and here we saw, you keep referring to yourself as the little guy, but you sure played big at that Sam position. A big difference for you between that defensive backfield and playing the Sam linebacker. I mean, you were getting behind the line and crushing guys, which we loved, but what was the difference for you?
The difference in the positions, Sam and half.
Yeah.
Sam, I love Sam personally just because you're always so close to the action. You don't really have to wait on anything because, at Sam, you can disguise different things and make the offense do certain things based off numbers. And when you understand that, you can really control a lot of the game at Sam, and I like that a lot. At half, it's more of a you have to wait for your play type of deal. And I'm more instinctive, so I like to, be aggressive and create my own plays. But at half, it's more of, just be patient. When the play comes, make the play. And that's really the difference between half and free for me. I mean, half and Sam for me.
Nice.
Awesome. Linda asked about when you came to Canada and sort of people sort of teaching you about the Canadian game. Now you're the vet as it comes to the defensive backfield. So the coaches actually told us that you took Shaylin Garnes under your wing and sort of mentored him. What's it like for you to be now the veteran on this team?
I love it. I love the role in general because I'm just a guy who, if you ever met me, like I really like to just hang out and be with people and really encourage them, like make them be their best version of themselves and challenge them to be the best version of themselves. Even when they don't feel like it, because I have those days too, and I want them to do that to me as well. So Chaylin was easy. Chaylin, Kenny Logan, both of those guys, like even JJ, like these guys are easy to lead and easy to take under your wing just because, first of all, they're genuine people. We have some of the same morals and values in life, and that's easy when you all have those different things and you all are trying to get on one accord. If you have those same values and stuff, then you have a ground point, basically a foundation. And so it was easy for me to lead those guys because they're easy to be around. They're just like me. We joke a lot, but when it's time to play, when it's time to be serious, it's time to be serious. And that's just how it was. But I love those guys. Honestly, I love our room, and I'm glad we were able to bring everybody back with the exception of Fat. That's my guy for sure. We came in at the same time.
Yeah.
So you're talking about how you like to lead and be the veteran soul inside the locker room. Now let's talk more on the community opportunities that you've had, especially sticking around in the off season. How do those kind of experiences personally impact you as a player and just as a person?
It's different when you know who's in the stands and just how genuine people in Edmonton are, especially when it comes to Edmonton Elks football. And it's kind of a pride thing where you really have to take pride in being an Edmonton Elk or Edmonton Eskimo. And so for me, like this off season is more of a realization of what we come from and how we get back there. So lately I've been watching 2015 Grey Cup, 2003 Grey Cup, like that's and I've been trying to encourage my guys to watch it too, just because like when you see it and you know where you come from, it means more, if you get what I'm saying. So the more we realize how much it means to the community, it will mean to us, when we do these things, the more it's a better impact for the community as well.
Oof.
Linda might tear up after that.
Yeah, she needs a moment. She needs a moment.
I feel seen. Thank you.
No, Man, watching the 2015 Grey Cup yesterday, then I watched the Western Finals, man. I was watching it, and like, it really just brought chills. They went down 13-0, without Mike Riley even seeing the field yet. Like, it was, but the calmness of the team and how together they was, like, you can really see it. Like, nobody's complaining, nobody's getting mad at each other, and that's the brotherhood that they be talking about. And I was just able to see it, and now I can try to implement it and repeat it as much as possible.
Ooh, goosebumps.
I don't get tired of watching that one either. Last year, you were at the Game Changers event, which was, I thought, fantastic. What was your favorite part? There's another one coming up.
Yeah, I can't wait for it. I love that event personally. I really did. Just seeing, my favorite part was just seeing everybody, get out their comfort zone. Because, at first, everybody's just shy. You get a few people here. But once the event just kept going along, the more people who kept coming, really trying to just try new things. And it doesn't matter if you make a fool of yourself or not. We're here to have fun. You get what I'm saying? And so my favorite part was being the referee and throwing flags on the way and everything. I think that was the part for sure.
Like you said, Linda, the next one is coming up here. It's June 28th. You can get your tickets on goelks.com. So I'm excited to hear. Are you going to be the ref again, or what are you taking on this?
I really do hope so. I hope they can get me on there. You guys got to ask for me though. Maybe that helps them out a little bit.
I think they need to sell some of the seats to the guys that can't do the Game Changers part, but we can watch you be the ref, and we can,
you gotta have a good time watching it.
We can heckle. Yeah, it'd be great. I like this. This is all going the right way. Mike, is there some fan questions in there that we can bring in for Kordell?
Yeah, there's a couple in there for sure. Let's start off with our friend Daryl. He's asking, which opposing player do you enjoy lining up against most or least?
I'll go receivers. I like Keyshawn Johnson on the Sash.
Yeah.
I like going against him just because we have some good battles. It's a challenge. He gets a lot of targets, so I love that for me too. Just liking to be involved in the game. But I got the chance to just talk to Keyshawn a little bit after the games and even in the off season. I just think he's a good dude, and I love going against him because I love competition. I think competition, that's what brings the best people, the best out of you and the best out of your opponent. The cream rise to the top every time.
Steel sharpens steel.
That's right. Yes, very much. I tagging on to that, you're kind of a quiet guy off the field. Are you a quiet guy on the field, or does that change when it becomes a competition?
I'm on the field, I wouldn't say I'm very quiet.
Okay.
I wouldn't say that.
There's some spice in there.
I'm not proud of those moments, but you need those guys sometimes, and I feel like I'm definitely the guy who get the fire started.
Yeah, well,
yeah,
you watched
for sure.
You watched the 2015 Grey Cup and playoff. You would have seen Odell Willis. I mean, nobody talked in the field like Odell, and still to this day. So.
Yeah, I loved his interview after the game as well. Yeah. That was hilarious. I love it.
Absolutely.
I texted him about that one.
Was it in training camp last year, guys, or the year before that? We didn't see Odell, but we heard Odell, and we were like, "Oh, Odell's here."
Yeah. Yeah, you can't miss
that was 2 years ago.
Sounds about right.
Yeah.
All right, from our friend Leanne Jackson. Question for Kordell: who's your biggest Jackson fan, and why is it me? No. What is your favorite snack?
Right now, just because I'm in Canada, the O. Henry with the Reese's, they don't have that in the States. So I was introduced to the O. Henry, the Reese's O. Henry. It's a very good snack. If I didn't, my first time trying the all-dressed ruffle chips, I made everybody try something because I just knew that was the best snack.
Yeah,
that was my first year, like 24. I made everybody try these. If you're from the States, you need to try these right now.
Yeah,
but those two are definitely my go-tos for sure.
I know that the all dress gets smuggled down to the States a lot.
Yeah,
people up here for sure. All right, one more question. This is again from Leanne. What community event do you like to do most with the Double E?
I'm gonna go with the Game Changers #1, just because that was my first time doing it. I heard so much about it, and just having it on the field and having them in the locker room and everything. I think it was just an amazing experience. And #2, I've been doing the bullying, the Tellus footprint. I've been doing that, and just seeing the kids and how they're really paying attention and how they really are impacted by the presentation. I think it goes a lot bigger than football, and I think that's big time thing that they're doing for sure. And then I had the autism event. I can't remember, or the Down syndrome event. I'm sorry, I misspoke, but just seeing them all come from the different cultures as well, and seeing them perform as well, I thought that was a truly unique experience that I was glad to be a part of.
That's fantastic. I mean, I can say from a personal experience, just watching you with kids is pretty special. They really appreciate and really gravitate towards you.
Did you get to do I'm assuming you got to do the Monday Morning Magic last year?
Yes, I did. I do love that one as well. I forgot about that one, but yeah. And then we get to ride the rides too. And I'm a carnival guy because I like to eat. So the turkey leg, the funnel cake. Love that for sure.
That just makes it much more fun, doesn't it?
Yes,
Yeah.
it does.
Yeah, it does.
And usually I don't ride, so I don't do the rides that go spinny.
Right.
I don't do those rides. I'm terrible with that. And then I don't do the rides that go extra high in the air as well.
If you like the funnel cakes, I would recommend trying a beaver tail someday.
A beaver tail.
Not an actual beaver tail. Yes, it can be.
They get called elephant ears, or they're like giant flat donuts.
Yeah, and then
they have these
chocolate and stuff on them. They're amazing.
I know there's one in Canmore. There's one in Banff. Is there one in Edmonton yet? The actual beaver tail.
I don't think so.
No. Okay. So if you head up to the mountains, it's one of those things where you have to stop in and get a beaver tail.
Okay.
Yeah. Pretty good.
I tried the what's the famous food here? The one that's wrapped like a burrito, but it got
Donairs.
Yeah, I tried that. It was a great recommendation, and I do not regret trying it at all. So any recommendations that I hear, I'm always welcome to try for sure.
Outstanding.
Awesome. Well, let's get a couple of quick hit questions for you here, Kordell, so that we get to know you even more outside of the football. What do you like to do when you're not doing football things?
I like to bowl. I like to golf. I like to play my game.
Ah, nice. Okay,
that's awesome.
Okay, what do you have a course that you've kind of gravitated?
I'm not good at golf. let's make sure. I'm very good at bowling. I'm very good at bowling. I bowled all my life, but I like the idea of being good at golf, so I go a lot. But I'm not breaking 100 yet, so we're not yet.
We had something flown in from our good friend Chris Agar. He says there's a Beaver Tails on White and 105th Street. So go to White Avenue. There you go. So now
appreciate you, Chris.
There we go. So my question is going to be, again, always about food. Are there any restaurants that you found in Edmonton that are your favorite? Cactus?
Cactus. Oh. There's nothing you can go wrong, no matter the food. Like anything that you try, dessert, it doesn't matter. It's always good.
Do they still have those deep fried chocolate bars at Cactus?
Ooh.
I'll be there this weekend. I'm gonna try it out.
Maybe it wasn't deep fried.
See if they have it.
But they had this chocolate bar dessert thing, and it was like one of the yummiest desserts I've ever had in my life.
It's deep fried?
I don't know if it's deep fried. I can't remember. I'm sorry if I got your hopes up.
It's okay. I'll give it a try.
All right. If you were handed a plane ticket, no strings attached, where would you be going?
A who ticket?
A plane ticket.
Besides home, I would go home first, but we're not talking about home. I'll go to Paris to see the Eiffel Tower.
Nice.
Historic.
Have you been over that way at all, or?
No, never.
Never? Yeah, me either. Yeah.
I think I'm gonna go there soon.
I have the second half to that question, but first, Just a correction on Game Changers. It's June 27th,
Oh, is it? Oh,
which
okay.
is my
Thank you.
birthday.
Oh.
I'll make
So
sure to tell you happy birthday when you're there. Then just remind me if I
If
forget.
you're reffing, I expect no penalty flags.
Are you paying the ref? Is that what we're doing? Are we bribing the ref?
That never happens.
Never. So if you were bringing somebody to Edmonton, what do you want to show them?
I would bring my mom to Edmonton. I just want her to come to a game. Just let her see a game.
That'd be
That's all.
amazing.
I think that'd be the only thing I would show her a good time at the game. I'll definitely take her to Cactus. I'll definitely take her to Cactus. I brought my brother here one time. He came and saw a game, and he was here for 3 days. No, 2 days. He went to Cactus 3 times. So my family speaks very highly of Cactus when they come visit.
You need to get some kind of affiliate association with
I
them.
need
Like,
to, don't I? At
Yeah.
this point.
Sponsorship for
I
sure.
need
thank
to
you.
contact
Thank
them.
you.
Yeah, that's got to be on the list.
But no, my mom definitely, I would bring her, and I'll just, show her how I live, bring her to practice, show her the day in and day out, because she's a very curious person when it comes to what I'm doing on a daily basis, So I'll just show her that. That's all. Just show her, I'm living a dream, and she has nothing to worry about.
Oh, that's
sweet.
awesome. Your mom hasn't come up to see a game yet?
Nah, we're gonna get her up here. She don't like
Okay.
planes. She
Oh,
don't like
awesome.
planes.
Well, when you're prepping for the game, you send her out to the tailgate with us. We'll take care of her and make sure she gets fed and sort everything out before she gets in. So she'll be well looked after before the game.
Absolutely.
I'm definitely holding you to that.
Yeah,
Absolutely.
please do. Please do. What kind of music do you like, and do you have a bucket list concert?
Bucket list concert, Morgan Wallen.
Okay.
Surprise, I know. I've never actually been to a concert, so I'm gonna go Morgan Wallen and Rod Wave. But the type of music I listen to, obviously, I listen to country, I listen to rap, but I like gospel, worship music, and I like gospel rap. But I'm also a classical, like I will listen to Beethoven if I just want to be in a calm mood.
Oh, nice.
Very
Nice.
versatile, honestly. R&B.
Just
A
mellow.
little everything.
Yeah, when they have, like, I get the aux in the weight room, and I just press shuffle. So it can literally go from gospel to country to Beethoven. And they're just like, how do you work out to this? And I tell them, if you need motivation to work out, you don't need to be working out anyway. So if you can lift weights to Beethoven, you can hit somebody to nothing. So it's okay. It all works out.
That is awesome.
That might be my new favorite line.
Absolutely. Andrew introduced you off the top as number 13 on the program, number 1 in your hearts. But up until the end of preseason last year, you were 15. So why was the change?
13 was the number I wore since I was a freshman in high school.
Nice.
Not really a change. I think I should have stayed 15 just because it wasn't a big difference or a big deal. But I love number 13. I fell in love with it. I got a lot of accolades in it. I got a lot of jerseys in it. And I had the opportunity to change it. So I was like, yeah, why not? It's got me this far. Might as well keep it going.
It fits. Hey, there's a number 13 DB on the wall of honor there. So maybe room for another one.
Yeah, it sure was. Sure not.
Also,
we
you
got
can
Mike
just-
Riley. I had 15, so Ricky Ray. I had those 2 numbers, so I got a lot to live up to anyway.
Yeah.
So.
Solid numbers.
Lots of room on that wall.
You can bring the leadership like Mike Trigger Riley is.
Mike Trigger Riley.
So Dell would call him. Yes. I can't do the accent, so you're just gonna have to live with my whiteness of saying that. That's fine. Anyway, it's, yeah.
You need a sound clip, Andrew.
I really do. Yeah. Mhm.
All right. So maybe this includes Beethoven. Who knows? But any pregame rituals?
I try to stay away from like the strict pregame routine. Like I have certain things I do. I stretch, I foam roll, I do a little running. I go out there barefoot sometimes just to feel the grass or the turf. I think it grounds you a little bit. And then if I'm at home, I love a hot and cold tub, like a cold plunge right before, just dive in, shock the body, wake the body up. I love that. That really gets you going. But if I don't have that, I try to do a cold shower and shock the body. That's really about it, though. But I pray before every game. That's about it.
Well, sounds like a good ritual.
Mm-hmm.
What does the EE way mean to you?
Just going back and looking at it, it's a tough group of guys who really love each other and will hold each other accountable at the highest standard. Like it's a standard to be a part of the Double E, and I think that when you know that standard, now you have no choice but to never go under it. Like everything you do, not just in football though, like it's in the community, it's how you carry yourself, it's the day ins, the day outs. And I think that's what we're really trying to get back to, like just loving each other as a brotherhood and being able to hold each other accountable. Because when you can hold each other accountable, and it really means something, that's when you're really growing. And I feel like that's what we're just trying to do now.
Oh, that's a good one. I can tell you've been talking to Ed Hervey. That's great.
I love talking to Ed about the old days. I promise I do.
Speaking of Ed and some old days, you should maybe show him one of these one day. 1995.
Dang.
Yeah.
I watched the 2003 Grey Cup. That's when we won, right?
Yes,
Yep.
sir.
He was hurt half the season. He had a hamstring.
Yep. And
That was also the season, he ended up not getting to play a game because he swung his helmet and clocked a referee with it. So
Was that at Calgary?
that was at Calgary.
Yeah. Hey, I'm
Labor
locked
Day.
in, as you can see.
Yeah.
I'm locked in.
And then the next game we beat Calgary 38-0. So
yeah, it was.
let's do it again.
Watch that one. That was a great game.
The Calgary game?
I will send you a
2003?
link. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, send it to me. I'll watch it.
Yeah, it's very good. It's very good. Kordell, I'll thank you so much for giving us the time this
Absolutely.
evening. I really, really appreciate it.
Are we finishing up? I want to ask you guys a question, though.
Oh, by all means.
Absolutely. Go ahead.
Just one at a time. It can be brief. It could be a little long. But what do you think in the past few years the Double E is missing?
Oh, great question. Linda, do you want to take stage first? Oh, there's pondering. Yeah. Okay.
No, clearing my throat. I have a list. Well, I think the leadership was pretty wobbly for a while, but I do not feel that now. I feel really good about the situation. And I think when leadership failed and you don't set the tone at the top, character failed. And it's taken a while to bounce back from that.
That's a good answer.
Great answer. Yeah. Commissioner.
Yeah, I mean, not to repeat, I think we all kind of have similar ideas, but when you're talking more so about, the olden days and the teams of old, and even going back to 2015, one of the big things that those teams had was a sense of identity. And in that identity was a massive idea of brotherhood. And I think it's just been so choppy, and we haven't had people stay long enough to make that identity something that they could all buy into. And like Linda said, that leadership just wasn't there.
Oh, another good answer. Oh, here we go. Okay, Mike.
Yeah, I mean, echoing a lot of what Linda and Kayla said, that culture that was, when we talk about the EE way, it's the last year and a half, you've really seen that coming back. But for me, the continuity, being able to see basically the entire defensive backfield coming back for a year without really losing anyone. Obviously, we lost Devondrick. But otherwise, it's the same group, the same coaching staff, by and large, is also here that can build on something as opposed to having to tear it down and restart year after year after year. But it also allows fans to really latch on to players and get to know them and adore them. Like my son, obviously, who is able to see players and be like, yeah, I saw him last year, I saw him the year before, and really be like, yeah, that's my guy. And I love seeing jerseys with numbers on it of current players, and I think we're going to see a lot more of those this year.
Oh, that's a good one. Mine, I'll echo the same things that they all said, but my biggest one is accountability.
Mm.
And I think that was what was missing. And accountability to our history, accountability to the fans that have been here for a long time, and just accountability for what was happening, and not really standing back and saying, hey, maybe we did this wrong. And when I hear Ed and I hear Chris Morris and I hear even Mark Killam talk about the changes that they want to make and what they want to do, and what we're seeing them doing, being out in the community again, making it so that we get the opportunity to know you guys, because I think that's a huge story in the CFL is you guys are amazing athletes, but also great humans, and give us the opportunity to know who they are.
Yeah.
I think that's the part that was the hardest for me to swallow over that kind of 2020 to 2024-ish period, is just be accountable for how it is, and then stand up and say, this is what we're going to do, and this is the right thing, and then do it. And that's what we're seeing now as things are kind of falling into place.
Yeah, I appreciate that. I'm in the same boat as you guys as far as what was going on and the direction that we're moving now, and I could really appreciate Ed and Chris and just the ownership for everything, and even Coach Killen for everything they're doing, because everything they're saying is matching up with what they're doing. So I can always respect that.
That's awesome. And on that same line, now you've watched the 2015 Grey Cup, so do you go back to JC and be like, hey, that was pretty cool?
I sent
Coach
during that game. I sent him, AG. I sent them so many text messages. I had to stop. I was like, I'm just gonna talk to y'all about this in person. But I know that was getting tired of me. I was like, JC, you was a player of the year. What?
He held the league record in tackles in a season too.
Yep, sure
130.
did.
That's a lot.
That's a lot of tackles. Yeah. On the other hand, I mean, Kordell, you know, you don't want 130 tackles, because that means they caught the ball 130 times. I understand that. But feel free to set the interception record. We'd be fine.
Yeah, I'm going for it. I know it hasn't been 10 plus since 1991. And then the record is 15, so I need 16. So I got to get to 10 immediately.
Love it.
Yes, please.
That's what I'm going for sure.
Outstanding. You're just making AG happy now. That's outstanding. Okay, so open mic. What do you want to tell the fans as you prep for season 3 in the green and gold?
I want the fans to know that we're doing everything possible to bring back the winning standard. But you guys are a big part of the winning standard, just because I was watching the games and just seeing the amount of fans in the stands and how much you guys really do impact the game. It's a difference when you're playing away, and it's a difference when you're playing at home. And we love that difference. And we're just trying to get back to that, to where nobody wants to come to Edmonton to play because they know it's going to be a loud, vicious, physical game, and they're just going to get beat up. So I just want the fans to know, you know, they're a big part of everything that we have going on. And the more you guys show up and show out, the more we show out.
Let's go.
I was waiting for Kayla's response first. I wanted to have that. Kordell, is there a way people can kind of follow you on social media or anything, or do you?
Yeah, you can follow me on Instagram. I don't really use Twitter. I use Instagram the most. I think it's Kordell J13.
Perfect.
Let me double check that though. I'm not a big social media person. I'm really not.
I think it's that. That's fine. Yeah, and that's fine. We're
Kordell J15 actually. 15.
Okay.
The reason it's 15 though is because my older brother, he was always Kendall J15. I wanted to be like him, so.
Oh,
that's amazing.
I just put Kordell J15, and it kind of stuck for a long time, so I changed it now.
Okay,
Makes
well,
sense.
that's awesome. We will find you there. And like I said, when any of the families coming in town, send them our way for tailgate.
Absolutely.
We'll look after them. And I guess we will be very excited to see you in just just over a couple of weeks here out on the field. Time. And we'll be sitting up in the Clark Stadium watching all the fun and games as it unravels. So thank you again, Kordell. I hope you have a great evening and a great couple of weeks here as we get ready for camp.
Thank you guys for having me, man.
Absolutely.
appreciate
Anytime.
you.
We will have you back.
We'll see you
Of
soon.
After the Grey Cup.
Yes.
Absolutely.
Yeah, after we party. Yeah, that's right. Yeah, then
In
we
Calgary.
come back
After
on.
the
Yeah,
water in the Grey Cup.
that's right.
Yeah.
And water in there. Yes,
Gotta
absolutely.
stay hydrated.
Perfect. Yeah. Thanks, Kordell. Have a great one.
All right, here's one. Bye-bye.
Take care. That's amazing.
Wow, so good.
That was awesome. Holy cow.
Just a great human being.
Yes, water in the Grey Cup, right, Linda?
Melted
Mhm.
snow.
Melted snow.
No.
Oh my, yeah, that's Linda has suggestions for what we're gonna do, what we're gonna drink out of the Grey Cup. Speaking of which, while we're at it, I guess it's that time, Linda.
Oh,
First down, this beer. Oh wait, I need to move that around. Holy, oh, here we go. Okay,
all right.
Linda, tell us what do you have for us this week? I'm excited.
Well, I'll be honest, I had a really difficult time matching beer with Kordell Jackson.
Okay.
So apparently he is not to be matched. There
Oh.
are no Alabama beers in Alberta or BC, and none that I could riff off his name with, although I did do some research. From the English, Kordell means cord, so I think of him trying to tie up his opponents. And from the German, Kordell means Kurt, meaning counselor or bold advisor. So to me, that's that leadership in the locker room. So
Ooh,
I think we found our guy there.
I like this.
The upshot was I just went into my fridge and pulled a couple that I've never tried before. So for the many innuendos and dirty Snickers it provides, I bring you Between the Palms, New England Hazy
All right.
India Pale Ale. So this is from Collective Arts Brewing in Hamilton. It's a big beer, 7.1, and it's been getting good ratings on Untapped, around 3.8 out of 5. This is a limited edition release, and it's the 33rd IPA that Collective Arts has done. So they know a little bit about it. They invite us to drift into hop bliss. And you see, this
Between
is
the palms.
yes, exactly.
Yeah. Yeah, now I get it. Sorry, it took me a second, but now I get it. Yeah.
It really sounds like something my mom would have said. Bless you, Mom. So you see hazy, murky as it should be, beautiful frothy head. And when I cracked the can open during the intro, I just got smashed in the face with melon, cantaloupe melon, tropical. This is made with all New Zealand hops, which would give us tropical fruit and a little bit of citrus, as well as white grape, which is something very uniquely New Zealand. So there's a little, you may get a little like wine dryness to it. So it's very vibrant and expressive, beautiful mouthfeel. And I'm going to say a 7.1 shouldn't be crushable, but I think this one could sneak up on you.
Okay.
So the next
That's
beer,
a Kayla special right there. Yeah. Yeah.
this one will be a Mike special, I think.
Love it.
So the next beer could be a bit Alabama-ish.
Okay.
It's called I've Been Missing My Mom's Spiced Blackberry Cobbler.
Actually called that? That's freaking amazing.
I've been missing my mom's blackberry cobbler.
Spiced
Spiced.
Blackberry Cobbler.
Oh my
So
god.
this is a sour India Pale Ale, which is a fairly uncommon style.
Interesting.
And oh my gosh.
Ooh.
It looks like wine.
Looks
With
like
a
it looks
thick
like
wine.
beets. Anyway, it's brewed with blackberry, cinnamon, graham cracker, and vanilla. Now, those are all things you could get from the malt, the hops, and the yeast, just from how they're made, but they actually chucked all those things into the beer. So, so
Mm.
I need a minute.
Oh my.
This is from the Geniuses or Genii, because we're never sure about that.
Correct.
At Evil Twin Brewing in New York City. It's either 6.5 or 6.8%, depending on where you're looking it up. And it's got an average of 4.3 out of 5 with over 3,000 reviews.
Love it.
The color is incredible. And the aromatics are totally blackberry pie. Really
finding this
prominent.
stuff.
So
Wow.
Sherbrooke Liquor Store did a brewski reviewski on this. I listened to it today. And I was curious. And their guy, Brett, said, I'm going to use his words. He said it was like a scooped out hot molten blackberry pie filling heated over a pie and then over a fire and then cooled. He then said it was the best sour he's ever had.
Oh.
He gave it a 400 trillion billion out of 10.
Just above average, I see.
400 billion trillion over out of 10. Okay.
I think he's not far off. If you love sours, you're going to love this. And if you don't like sours, this might be a gateway.
Ooh.
Oh, really? Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
I think it's definitely worth a try. So get with it.
And did you say that wasn't? Is that the IPA sour? No.
It's a sour IPA.
Really?
I'll try it.
So is it super hoppy or is it very like just thick and creamy?
All blackberries.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh. All right. Well, what are we going to pair that with, Mike? We're definitely getting that.
I'm not entirely sure, but our good friend, the Podfather, says, I swear half the breweries out there name their beers after a 420 session.
Fair.
Yeah, probably. Yeah.
Fair.
That's appropriate given the date. Yeah.
Yes, exactly. Yeah, there's nothing wrong with that. Yeah. That's hilarious. Oh my goodness. I'm excited to try that though. It looked it looks so different as you're pouring it out, but I'm like, oh, that's cool. Yeah.
I feel like my teeth are gonna stain.
Probably.
Worth it.
Maybe. You never know. All right. Well, we're keeping this one a little short and sweet as compared to our last few that have been kind of marathon shows.
Yeah.
I need to be able to see. There we are. And so we're going to wrap up this one for this week. Couple of things just to remind you of. Make sure that you're checking out the eefootballalumni.ca to get your Winefest tickets. I believe there are still some left, and we're hoping that, of course, we always hope for that to do very well. So try and grab those for May the 2nd. Also, the Family Fun Bowl with Pay It Forward with Football, which is on May 1st, the night before. So, I mean, you get a whole weekend of football in.
Wonder if Kordell will be there.
Right? I know. We should have asked him that. Darn it.
Ringer.
All right. Well, we'll see if we can get him back.
There you go.
He's going to be there. So that's a whole weekend of family. Well, not family, I guess, on Saturday, but football fun. So sign up for those. For the Pay It Forward with Football one, just follow them, send them a message on X at P4WFB. So, but make sure that you're checking those out because they're just wonderful people. So that's what we want to support. Thanks again to Kordell for joining us for the show. It was amazing and a great chat. I can't wait to have him back on to talk more as the season goes on and we get more development in that defensive backfield. But like you said, Linda, he's going to, tie up the competition and lead everybody the right way. And that's what his name says. So I just love it.
Absolutely.
So make sure that we're following that. Where can everybody find all of us? Linda, let's start with you.
On Instagram at TrueBrew42.
Wonderful. And Commissioner?
At Twitter at Duchess Lombardi.
At Okay, thanks. That's
Yeah.
good. Yeah. You're almost out of winter hibernation on there. That's good.
I know.
That's good.
Ugh.
Yeah, I know it. It's like a good and bad thing at the same time.
I was like, oh, like I'm gonna post about Artemis and like all that stuff, and then when you post about that, the algorithm somehow like shifts you into like flat earthers and stuff, and I'm like, damn it! So I left again.
Smart.
That wrecked that. Yeah, exactly. Superfan, where does everybody find you?
You can find me at 56 Parkies, and then of course the Edmonton football history account at EDMHISTOREE.
Wonderful. And follow us or join in the huddle at the Turf District on all of the different social medias. Obviously, that will get a little more active as we get closer to the
Sure
season.
will.
I do want to say thank you to the Canadian Football Fanatics. They once again had me as part of their draft. We did a mock draft through a couple of rounds. I mean, I was only like 25 minutes late to start, so it was fine.
Good.
I mean, Andrew, you're on the clock. I'm going to take extra time. That's what's going to happen. But anyway, I mean, it took me a long time to read some of those names, but still, I do think it's always fun. So thank you to them for sorting that out, and make sure you check out the. I did retweet the panels of everybody that we picked, so it's loads of fun. So check that out. We will be back now after training camp starts, because I am away for a couple of weeks. Mike, you have a vacation in there.
Yeah.
We're taking our breaks and getting rested up so that we're ready to go back weekly, which we will as soon as we return, which will be the Tuesday after training camp starts on May the 10th.
3 weeks today.
That's right. So you
Wow.
can expect us on May the 12th. We will be returning every week to talk about all things Elks and the CFL, except for bye weeks, because, like I just need a break. Other than
Fair.
like, seriously, this is the 12th year. I need to sleep somewhere. So that's where that happens. But I am excited to get back at it. May 10th. All four of us will be at training camp. Yes.
You bet.
Yes. Lovely. I have the first 3 days of that week off, so I'll be there for the first 4 days, trying to meet up and trying to hear all of as many Linda's nicknames as possible. Wasn't it Canada Post that then turned to UPS? Was that what it was? Or I can't remember.
Canada Customs.
Canada Customs.
That's what it was. I knew it was something like that. Yeah. Anyway, I
Canada
told
Post was mailing it in. It was Canada Customs that was the other.
that was checking the package. Yeah. I told my mom that joke. She thought it was hilarious, by the way, just so that you know. I'm like, this is the fun of training camp. So come find us on May 10th in the morning. We hang out. We have lots of laughs.
We do.
Have football family together, and we get to see some of the stars that are going to be joining your team this year. So thank you once again, everybody, for joining us. For Linda and Commissioner Kayla and Superfan Mike, I'm Andrew. Remember, you can't catch footballs with your face, and we will absolutely talk to you in 3 weeks. I guess we'll see you at camp. Woohoo!
Yay!